Hello and welcome to the December Healing Circle. This month we are working with the third of the 5 higher bodies, the Eka body. And I'm going to show you the image of the Eka body prior to us saying the prayer for this evening, because I'd really like you to tune into this image. So just take it in before you close your eyes for the prayer. And as you close your eyes, we welcome the angelic realm, especially Gabriel and Raphael. We welcome Michael and Uriel. We welcome all our spiritual guides and teachers. And we welcome our higher self. We ask for helpful and healing information. And we ask for assistance in helping us to gain perspective and an understanding. And just as you sit in this meditative state, I'd like you to just notice how your body reacts to these thoughts. You know, we just said we are calling on our higher self. As we sit in this physical experience, an aspect of our energetic self is, of course, sitting within this physical body. And because of that, we tend to really can sometimes think of the physical as all there is and be very caught up in what's going on in the physical. But this is only an aspect of us. We are at all times also in our energy body. And it's very helpful to us to remember that and to connect with the energy body, because there is a much higher and broader perspective from that realm. So just notice, I ask you to bring your awareness to the crown. And for a moment, just let yourself notice any sensations. You might find your awareness lifting upward, and just allow that to happen. And I just want you to establish this connection so that when we go fully into the meditation with the Eka body, your awareness will go right back to this space. So now I ask you to bring your awareness back into the physical body. And you can allow the eyes to open and once again look at the image that was created to represent the Eka body. So let's talk about this higher body and what it helps us to do. It supports really multiple manifestations and parallel realms and time zones. It allows, you could say the body, but really it allows consciousness to work in and out of time. So this really is the Eka body of consciousness, which enables you to leave behind the third dimensional consciousness for a period of time. And you can experience other time zones to see and work with the masters of light who always protect and educate the Eka body through an activated light network. So think about that network. Again, as we sit here, a portion of us are sitting within this physical body, but the rest of our energy body is part of this incredible light network. So as we started to do during the prayer, we are going to work with the 7th, 8th, and 9th chakras to connect by bringing into the light above your head the appearance of a master teacher, which could also be your overself body, or if you want to use the phrase, your higher self. So what is the benefit of working with the Eka body? Well, we said before, it helps you to gain perspective and also to gain an understanding of others. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. When I was first working on this, one had to do with a dream. And the dream was extremely vivid. I was in a rowboat, and there was another individual in the rowboat. It was a male. He was lying down and clearly in distress. And we were in this terrible storm. The rowboat was really, you were afraid the boat was going to tip over. There was all kinds of activity, all kinds of anxiety being raised. And again, just this incredible turmoil going on. And you could feel that it was coming from this other individual that was in the rowboat. And then all of a sudden, I felt very guided to look over the side of the boat. And so I take my attention away from that individual and this scene of turmoil. I look over the side of the boat, and the water was calm. It was very shallow, extremely shallow. The weather was pleasant. There was nothing else going on. But I had been just a moment ago so involved in the turmoil of this, again, individual that I was, quote unquote, sharing this rowboat with. So it was a very interesting perspective shift, all right, when I was looking at things from, let's say, his perspective in one way, and then looking at them from another, very, very different. Now, so that happened, quite a while ago, but something happened for me just recently, which also led me to realize just how much perspective can change how we react and how we respond to things. So today, actually, my grandson was doing laundry, and clothes he'd put them in the washer, then put them in the dryer, and the dryer was done. So I just opened the door, and then it was going to sit there for him to come and get it. And I see this stick of gum, this wrapper stuck to the side of the dryer, right? Melting. And there was things all over the place. It was just obviously melted chewing gum, all right, all around. So he comes in. I said, please, you got to check your pockets, before you put things in. And he proceeded to take all the clothes out, and literally he cleaned the door, the inside of the drum. And I noticed that I was rather calm. We were dealing with it. It was, it was being taken care of. And I was happy that my reaction was so calm. I don't know that I would have always been that way, but it was just a little over a week ago that another grandchild was in a very serious accident, having very serious injuries. And so I had a very different perspective. This was two very tangible things. So very much in the physical, two very tangible things. Serious automobile accident, a stick of gum. It was easy for me to take things and put them into a different perspective, where at some point in the past, I probably would have been really upset by the gum. It was all good. Right? It was all good, got taken care of. No need to make any fuss over it. So perspective is everything, whether it's tangible or whether it's more on the emotional level, the mental level, like that example in the rowboat. And we can get really drawn in to what other people are saying or doing. And, we have to really make sure we are keeping, one, a clear perspective and a clear head. All right. And yes, responses are, and oftentimes appropriate, but what response, what level of response, and what is that response doing to us as well, and perhaps to relationships. So a lot to think about when it comes to perspective and it comes to understanding others, right? And sometimes it's really hard, especially in kind of the current environment, to have an understanding, a true understanding of others, and to try to see their perspective. We may not agree with it. We may find it even upsetting, but always good to be able to step back and go within, and again, to gain our perspective. And then from that perspective, what do we need to do? So, again, a very important higher body to work with. Now, when it comes to color, we do always talk about color with the higher bodies. Lavender is very helpful when you're doing that. And as far as crystals are concerned, mica is a wonderful crystal to work with. And why is that? Mica provides reflective qualities so that you can recognize the flaws of humanity and still remain in the heart space to show love to humanity. It really induces some self-reflection as well, which isn't always easy to do. It lets you see a reflection of what you choose to have someone be, all right, versus maybe what they are. It also helps you to enhance flexibility. It provides for growth. It calms anger and nervous energy. And it really does simply provide energy and purpose. So for many things, mica is a great crystal. I happen to have some here with aquamarine. You could see it in there. But very helpful to have when you're working with this body. So if you have any, you may want to hold it in your hand while we're going into this meditation. So let us do that right now. With all of this in mind, let's settle in for meditation. And again, we call on the angelic realm, we call on all of our spiritual guides and teachers. We call on ancestors living in the light of the universe. We call on our higher self. And just sit for a moment, allowing yourself to silently express a willingness to release judgment and to release fear. So once again, I remind you of the attributes of the mica crystal. It's reflective. It helps us to recognize issues that still remain in the heart space, which allows us to show love and understanding. It helps with self-reflection. It enhances flexibility, provides for growth, calms anger, and it provides a purpose. Perhaps also express a willingness to take on certain attributes of the mica crystal. If one called out to you, if one really seemed to resonate, just take that in. And with this willingness and intention set, bring your awareness to the crown chakra. And from the space of the crown, we will imagine ourselves walking down a path. You notice there's a mist on the path. And releasing any fear or hesitation, allow yourself to walk into the mist. And as you do this, you can sense that the path seems to be rising up. And you continue to walk. As the path continues to rise, the air begins to clear. And in a moment, you may have an awareness of a guide on the path. Now recognize that this may be your higher self. Allow yourself to continue walking toward the guide. And as you get closer, you may have an awareness of who this is. Take this opportunity to have a conversation with your guide. And know that while you have this conversation, a great healing, a great understanding will take place. Know that you are fully connected to this light body as well as to the physical body. Your connection points are the 7th, 8th, and 9th chakras. So you can dwell very comfortably in this space. You are invited to be open to the possibility that other guides or visitors may join you on this path. You see the bright light ahead of you. Another guide may enter through that light. You are being asked to recognize the beauty of your light. In these next few minutes, ask any remaining questions you may have. Take this moment to express your gratitude to all those that you encountered on the path. Set the intention that you have from this place of a clearer perspective. Set the intention of what you'd like to bring with you as you return fully into the physical body. And then allow yourself to begin very slowly coming back on the path. And you may have a great awareness of descending on this path. And with each step, you may have more and more of an awareness of the physical body. And as you come fully back into the physical body, just once again notice and bring your awareness to the crown chakra. And now, as you fully return, you may want to take a few moments and write any notes down about your experience.